Hello, I'm Robert Hardesty, a board-certified plastic surgeon practicing here in Riverside, California. Today's topic is the Brazilian buttocks lift, often referred to as a BBL. So what is a BBL? Well, actually, it's fat injection into the buttocks, but it's also much more than that. It's precise liposuction around the buttocks area, and then injection of the purified fat into the buttocks. This is truly a win-win process. Why? We often take unwanted, diet-resistant fat from other parts of the body, such as the abdomen, the thighs, the arms, the waist, the back. We then take that fat and we purify it. And how do we purify that? Well, there's several ways to do it. One of the ways is a centrifuge, where we spin the fat and then separate the tumescence fluid and the blood in the dead cells. Another way is filtration, where we use a filter. And another way is extraction, where we let everything settle out and take only the good fat. Then, based on your preoperative photos, we inject the fat. But the Brazilian buttocks lift is really a three-part process. Number one, we want to sculpt the buttocks by liposuction. Often the buttocks is rectangular or square, and we want to make it more oval. Depending on the pictures the patient brings in, we then can inject the fat into those areas after liposuctioning around it. What are the limitations? Well, the limitations can be the quantity of fat that somebody has. A very slender person is really not a candidate for a Brazilian buttocks lift because there's just not enough fat. Number two is the body structure. What is the anatomy of the current buttocks? What is the tightness to the skin? Has there been any trauma to it? Well, some people say, well, I'll gain a bunch of weight and then you can take that fat and transport it. Well, yes, you can, but remember that the quantity of fat that you harvest may not be where the fat is that you put on for overeating. Okay, in conclusion, a Brazilian buttocks lift is really not a surgical lift, it's fat injection. It's dependent on how the fat is injected. It depends on the area that we're injecting it to. It's related to the postoperative care and then genetics. But we have found that it is a very gratifying procedure because it is indeed a win-win situation. We often call this taking the junk and putting it in the trunk.